we're live. Yay, good morning. How
Good
are
morning.
you? Are you feeling
I'm
good?
good, thank you. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
Let's see, I'm bringing up the tomato timer. Oh, the tomato timer isn't as fun as marinara. Hold on. Let me bring up the timer. Go. There. Okay, so we'll set it for 20. So what's going on this week? How are things happening? What have you been up to? We haven't really talked since Tuesday, I guess.
No, it's been okay. I've not done as much writing as I'd like, but I'm still getting used to my husband's new work hours.
Yes.
So
does he work on Saturdays or is he off? Well, I guess you're Saturday night.
No.
So it's
he's at the moment though he's having to go over to his mum's a lot to sort out stuff there. Still, which is a shame because it's a shame for me for my work because it means I can't make up for not being able to work during the weekend, but it needs to be done. So there's nothing we can do about it. But it's my income is nowhere near where it should be at the moment.
I know it's got to be tough, and especially in these times right now too. That's
exactly
really hard. Let me go over to here. There we go. Share. Oops. There. Okay. There. All set up. I perfectly agree with you, and I was really seeing myself this week. It's balance. There's like every time a change happens in our lives, we have to like rebalance everything, you know?
That's right.
I think we're on the same wavelength this week. It's been tough. It's been really tough. And when you have especially when you're supporting your husband and your family and your kids, and you know, you've got to take care of everybody else, and you're the mom trying to keep it all together and make sure everybody's able to, but you also have your own needs and your own things you're trying to pursue. Yeah, that's really tough. So I was actually planning on talking about balance today, so we can hit that after our first sprint. I think that would be a perfect topic, because as writers, I don't think we have balance unless we really try. So, all right. So what are you going to work on today? What are we working on?
Back to my short story. I'm on just over 10,000 words now, and should be on the final run home. So
that's the mom.
Yeah.
Precursor. I love that story. I'm really looking forward to reading that one. I'm behind on my. Yeah. What do you think?
It should be another 1,000, 2,000 words, and hopefully that should be about done.
Wow, that's great short story size. That's great. I'm actually behind on my reading this week. It's one thing I didn't really do a lot of this week. I did a lot of writing, and when I was reading, about self-publishing. So I didn't really have time to read fiction this week. So I'm behind on reading your story. I'm behind on reading Kanika's. I'm behind on trying to read Erica's, medical.
I haven't seen her one
story. It was she didn't really promote it much in the group, but it was she had redone a cover and had done an ad on it, and so I picked it up and wanted to give her a review, but I just haven't had time to get through it. I think I'm on like page 10, so I really need to get back to writing, and that's that whole balance thing. To balance out it all. So great. I'm going to work on my New Year's Eve story is retitled to say that was then. And so I finished the Black Moment yesterday, which is the moment where everything goes wrong, and and they're facing everything and facing themselves and learning a lot about themselves. And then now the remaining chapters, I need to kind of tie up loose ends, really get them together, bonded strongly. And that should bring me to the end. And then I'll go back and have to start putting in a little bit more of that build up to the romance, the sexy bits, that kind of stuff. So that's where I'm at. So,
Okay, cool.
but it should be finished this week, so that should be good. Um,
Excellent.
so yes, I'm going to deal with the aftermath today of that. Okay, so let's type for 20, write for 20,
Yeah.
and we'll come back in and check up then.
Okay.
All right, see you in a bit.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, we're back. As much as I tried to change computers to a direct line today. Hi. So I tried to change computers to a direct line today, and I don't know, my internet was disconnected. So
no.
But you can see me and hear me, so that's fine. It must be okay. We had some comments from a woman who joined us on YouTube, Laura Nettles, so that was cool. She said that she found us through somebody else's playlist, so that's cool to know that we're getting out there somehow. Here she writes horror, so she's writing a short story for an anthology. She only has 4 days to finish it, so hopefully you're still writing with us, Laura. Good luck. She also gave a really good resource, which was Writing in the Dark by Tim Waggoner. Sounds interesting. Craft book for horror. So I think that's cool. Kate Sadler is with us this morning. Yay, Kate. And she says she's sprinting with us. So I think she's been editing in the previous sprints. So it's good to see she's writing. And if anybody else is with us, let us know. I got 319 words, a little slow going to start today. How'd you do?
I got 446.
Nice. Yeah. So before we went to the first sprint, we were talking about balance. And so what I did, I don't know if you remember, one of our earlier sprints, we did a goal setting about what we wanted for the year. And so I had said I wanted to write 1,000 words a day. So I wanted to show you, I've been tracking. I've been doing pretty good. I had a few days. I know, and I used my little sticker chart. I'm so immature, like a toddler. Just need my stickers and my motivation. I have so many stickers from my teacher days too, so could live forever and still have stickers.
I lost all mine. I had a massive folder of them, and I think I left them at school when I left.
Oh no! I could send you some. Send me your address. I'll mail you some.
No, not from America. That is going to be far too expensive.
So, Laura is also saying, editing my monster of a vlog, 50 minutes long. Nice. Editing is fun for videos. To most people, to some people. Once it's up, I'll get back to my story. That's great. Thanks for joining us, Laura. This is fun. Nice to make new friends. I use stickers too for NaNoWriMo trackers. Very cool. Yeah. So one thing I noticed though was a pattern, and I'm glad I looked at this mid-month instead of waiting until like next month to look. But I mean, I would have looked at the end of January just to total everything up and all that.
Yeah.
But I know I realized this month, like, yes, I've been getting my numbers in, and it hasn't been too bad because I'll write, in spurts throughout the day, like 20 minutes, and it probably takes me to reach 1,000 words, probably takes me about 3 20-minute sprints. I mean, it's not too bad, but I always want to write more. And then I always go back and read and kind of finesse it, that kind of thing. And then, but I realized that on top of that, and then there was like the ads challenge, and there was like some other learning things, and then, and then the group and all of this, and it's been fun, but I realized that I'm letting like the dishes pile up, the laundry and all of that. And of course the teenagers, they're so needy sometimes. No.
Get them working.
I know, really. I need to. Yeah. I'm really too nice of a mom.
Yeah.
Stop that.
You've got to look at it. Like, I don't want to do the housework. They're not doing anything really useful. Get them working.
I know. You're
Why
right.
else would you have teenagers, right?
But I have teenage boys. I don't know if there's a difference. I have a friend who has teenage girls, and you walk into her house and it's gleaming. Like, her chandelier shines, and her glass on her cabinets. And
so she has a chandelier?
And yes, and she's like, it's just gleaming. And I said to her when I'm like, oh my gosh, your house is always so clean and beautiful. She said, well, I have teenage girls. Like, okay. And I have boys, and I don't know that they care.
They do not care.
No.
Not if they're like my two.
No. I feel like if I can teach my boys how to do their own laundry and cook for themselves, that's probably good enough. Maybe even wipe the toilet.
Oh, that'd be a great thing. Yeah.
Now you're a mom to two boys, so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That yes. I have actually bought things on Amazon to try and prevent the boy splatter.
Have they worked?
No. Somebody needs to really work on that invention really badly, because that is a mom's worst nightmare, is having to clean bathrooms from boys.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's all about balance. We go from bathrooms to balance. So So what I'm really going to try this coming week is to set up a schedule for February and see if I can stick to it, which is a laugh because I know me and I probably won't, but I'm really going to try. So I want to get my exercise in there, my writing time, but I like to write all the time whenever inspiration hits. So I'll have to figure out how to do that for sure. But, and you need to be better about less social media, except for our group. and just, make some tweaks. So family time and all that kind of fun stuff. What about you? What helps you to stay balanced when you're trying to work on writing goals and all of that?
Do you know, I don't know. Eventually it just kind of all falls into place and we get back into a good routine. I've got a plan for this coming week that I'm going to try getting my toddler back into naps, because the last couple of weeks, obviously we were sick, and then my husband started his new job with different hours, and we were both pretty tired. So my toddler went from napping and then going to bed to sleep really late at night to we cut the nap, and now he goes to sleep in like 2 minutes flat at 9 o'clock, and it's beautiful. But then that's it, I'm done for the evening. Whereas if we go back to a nap in the afternoon, hopefully I'll be able to get work done while he naps, and then he'll stay up later with my husband downstairs, and I can get longer to work again. So yeah, that's my plan.
Yeah. And how old is he again? 2, 3? What did you say?
2.5.
2.5. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, there will be that time where he does no longer need a nap middle of the day, and you will have earlier time where he'll go to sleep at night. Have you tried like 7 or 8 o'clock at night? No nap, but he goes down at 7 or 8.
He's I was bringing him up at 8:30 and he was asleep. Literally, we'd brush our teeth, we'd get into bed, and he'd be out in 2 minutes, and that works great. But he's waking up earlier in the morning, and I'm not a big fan of that. I like him sleeps till like 9-10 in the morning. That's kind of my sweet spot. And he's been waking up at like 8 o'clock, and I don't do early mornings, and I know that's not an early morning for everyone, but it's really early for me. He'd been getting later and later, and that was kind of an issue. When it's like 11 o'clock, that's a problem. But we've got to get that 9:30 kind of find that 9:30 time.
I mean, you have to do what works for you, and it's not like you have to drive your oldest to school or anything like that. So when the kids were having to get up at 6:30 in the morning, poor thing. I don't even know why they make kids go to school that early. I mean, and catch the bus or whatever, because that's just on kids hard enough, and then on us even harder. Having to get them. So I totally get it. I let them sleep till 9 or 10 because they don't have to check into school till 10. I'm like, you know what? You have lived all this time having to get up at 6:30. It's okay this year if you get up at 10. Next year might be harder to get up again. But I get it. You have to do you have to look at your life and figure out what works best for you. And there are definitely times when you are more productive and times when you're not. And if you're not a morning person, my mom was never a morning person. So on weekends, I don't think I saw her until after lunch. So balance. So we'll just have to, keep tweaking this, because we definitely set a goal to write. I set a goal to write 1,000 words a day. I know you set a goal for writing, and I think, it's just a matter of keep tweaking it. We're not going to stop the goal. We're just going to pivot and tweak and keep on
I've
up.
dropped my goal down because
What'd you do?
I got the sick and I couldn't manage it. So I dropped it down to 300 words a day, which I've hit most days I've been writing. But like my last day before we got sick, on the 22nd of December, I wrote 2,000 words, and that was not a struggle, and I've not yet made it back up. Oh no, I did one day, the 16th, I made 2,100 words.
Nice.
So
yeah,
it's time at the moment. So
when you're recovering like you are, from COVID, which you likely had. I don't think everyone went to get tested, but you had your family. You did too, and you actually did have it then.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So when you're recovering like that, I mean, give yourself a break, and you didn't give up on your goal. You just pivoted and adjusted, and I think too you'll average out at the end of the month.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll make it up later in the year when I've when we've worked it all out.
And how cool. That means this week you should hit the end of your short story.
Yeah, definitely.
The end. And you'll post it on the group. So we can cheer you on and go, yay, Allie. That's awesome. Oh, that's great. That's great. So let's head back into our next 20. If anybody's with us, tell us how you're doing. We'll put it up. We'll chat about it the next time around. And we'll see you all in another 20.
Yeah.
Bye. Okay, we're back. I'm going to add my things.
We are?
We are back. Yes.
Oh.
How'd you do?
Oh, I forgot to do the thing. Okay. I can tell you in total I'm at 825.
Nice.
So that's probably another, 400-ish?
Yay, yes. Yes.
I forgot to mark where I started that time.
325 for me, so it's good.
Ah, good job.
Good.
Apparently it's snowing. Excuse me, I have to stand up and see.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow, it is.
Do you get a lot of snow where you're at?
No, first snow I've seen this year.
Oh,
hey, I don't know if my webcam will stretch this far.
let's see.
Or if you can see out of my yucky windows.
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's cool. Yeah. When you get a snow, is it usually like inches or just like?
Oh no, like millimeters
still,
if you're lucky.
You can still see the grass poking out. Yeah.
Yeah. Occasionally we get it that it covers the grass, but it doesn't tend to last for long.
You have to take your little one out into it at least to play in it. Take like a bowl and a spoon, and if it piles up just a millimeter,
we'll give it a go.
Yeah, that's true. It is nighttime there.
Yes.
How exciting!
Dark soon.
I used to take mine out with a bowl and a spoon, and they would, dip it and play with it. I don't know.
Oh, cool.
This is back when they were fun to play with. How funny. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, a little bit of snow. You'll have to write that into your dragon story. What kind of weather is in your fantasy world that you've built around the dragon story?
It's heading into winter at the moment, but I haven't put any snow in it yet.
So is it
and the book's a little bit earlier. The book's in September at the moment. So
they will have 4 seasons, and
they will. Do you know what? That's the problem I'm having, because I'm thinking fantasy people are going to be like, well, why are there months called May and September and that? So then I was thinking, well, I'll have to rename the months. But then my main book started off with her singing a nursery rhyme about here we go gathering nuts in May. And I'm like, if I change the month there, that's just not going to work.
One change creates a ripple effect through the whole thing.
It does.
I don't mind. That is interesting, though. I mean, there are fantasy worlds that are just layered on top of our normal world, right?
There are, but this isn't. This is like a completely different.
If you really want it to be original, then yes, you probably do need to just put an E on the end of May. Call it Maze. I don't know. An S on the end of it. I don't know. Yeah. No, that's true. You will have to probably adjust a little bit. But that's the fun thing about a fantasy world, though, is that you can create all these interesting creative elements, And
I can, but I think it's going to mess that first line up.
Yeah, but you'll replace May with something else. Because you can't get rid of that first line. Your first line was golden.
Well, but I mean, I've done it. I've made my months up. But I'll read you what it sounds like now, and you can tell me that it just doesn't sound right now.
Okay, let me see.
So it's supposed to be, here we go gathering nuts in May. Liana chilled merrily to herself. All right, it was September and she was gathering blackberries, but close enough. And it's been rewritten to, here we go gathering nuts in Limerville. Liana chilled merrily to herself. All right, it was Sewerville and she was gathering blackberries, but close enough.
I guess the other.
It just doesn't.
I mean, I would find it fantastical, like, oh, what does Limerville and Simmerville mean, but would it stop my progress reading would be the thing. I'd have to ask some other reader. But I also think you could refer to seasons instead of the name of a month. So you could say she was picking berries in the height of the sun being the largest in the sky. Oh, but wait, she forgot. It was autumn and the sun was now not ripening anything. I don't know. You know what I mean? You could probably say it descriptively without labeling it now that you're not being able
Oh,
to use May or September.
that's the thing. I can change it, but I think I'm going to have to change it, and I'm kind of sad about that because I like that first little bit,
I did too.
and it just doesn't work with the wrong months.
No. No, if you're really going very fantasy, I mean, there's nothing that says they can't have similar or the same month names, but yeah, if you're going straight fantasy, you should definitely. And you know, that actually begs the question, like, why is it that most fantasy dragon stories and castles always have a winter? There's nothing in a tropical same climate, you know, Southern California, 70-degree weather every day kind of thing.
Yeah. It's all kind of European medieval based.
Yeah. So therefore you have the seasons. Yeah. I think referring to the seasonality in that initial sentence that you have is good, would be good. Without naming the month. Yeah. Because seasonality then would transfer in from the real world into your fantasy world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the I was actually kind of sort of going through the same thing because trying to decide, I had this like subplot and I'm trying to decide I should probably weave it differently in through my chapters. So I actually didn't get as many words because I kept going back and kept kind of looking at it and then saying, no, I'll deal with it later, and kept on trying to write. And then it would bug me again. And I kept going back this last sprint, trying to figure out, you know, what I should do and where I should put everything. So I think when you step back and you do look at, you know, look at everything you've written and you realize, you know, this looks like a chapter here, but actually I could piece part it and put this here and that there and this reference here. It is frustrating and overwhelming at times, but it's the creative process. One of the things I realized that I talk about in my real work in education is this ability to have students like persist through a problem as a career skill, you know, and have patience and to ideate and generate, and persistence though is very requires patience and requires, you know, really examining and looking at things. And I'm realizing how much that transfers over into writing. We have to persist through this plot hole problem and through these.
We do.
And it gets frustrating, but you know, it is when we're done with it though, it feels so good. Tommy Hazelton on our group yesterday had put down, you know, something about, you know, it's so frustrating to have a block, but then when you work through that block, it's so satisfying, you know, and kind of same thing. When we persist through the problem, it feels so good. If anyone is still with us, let us know how you're doing. I know Lauren Nettles said she finished her vlog. She's exporting it now. It's a monolith kind of a thing. Interesting. What is a monolith? Like huge monolith? Is that what that means? Yeah. Very cool.
Massive rock type.
Massive. So she should already feel accomplished today if she got that monolith. Yeah. So that's good. Kate or Kat, anybody else who's here, just say hello, drop a line in, and we will hit another 20. Our last 20?
Yep.
Does that sound good?
Yep.
Let's go for it. See ya on the flip side.
Okay.
There we go. I'll just keep on talking while being muted. I was just saying that I had 400 words that time, so not bad for, just,
good job.
yeah, just over 1,000 for the moment. Kat or anyone with us, go ahead and tell us how you did for the day. Allie, how'd you do?
I got a 462 again that time, so I'm just trying to work out what I've done for the day.
Nice.
1,300 for the day.
Nice. Good for you.
Yeah.
That makes you feel good.
That does.
Especially if you're progressing like you are, like you say, you're going toward the end. I mean, that does feel really good. Really, really good.
It does.
Kat and anyone else, Laura, anyone who's with us, go ahead and comment. Otherwise, that brings this week's session of Let's Write to a close. This coming week, we're going to write, excuse my voice, we're going to write on Tuesday, Saturday. We also will do those live. Also in the group, it seemed like Renee and Garnett and a couple others, Melanie, had been able to meet with me to write and post on the chat at, later in the evening each week. And so I reached out to them and said, why don't we do that as like a, we've always wanted to do like a nighttime writing sprint. And so we're going to start doing that on Wednesday nights. So we're going to meet at 9 p.m. and you'll just have to stay up really late one night.
I'm not going to be doing that at 2 a.m. No.
I know. But yeah, we're just going to post and write in the chat and support each other and have our
no, that's awesome.
One night a week to meet up and write. So that gives us 3 for the group. And I think that's great. And then there's also other people. There's Megan doing a couple sprints and things like that. So several opportunities to write. Let's see. Kat says, thank you. Got a lot of work done this morning. Yay, Kat. Glad you were here. Glad you worked. Glad you laughed with us and had a good time. All right. Well, I think we will call it a day. And that's it. We'll see everyone on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Have a good few days. I hope you continue to feel good and feel better.
Yeah. Have a great weekend.
You too. Talk to you later.
Bye.